I just unmuted myself. Welcome. If you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Holly Lee. I am a career coach, live streaming every single week, free Tuesday, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And today, I have a special guest, and that guest is called a 3.5-year-old child of mine, and we're at the airport. Surprise! Okay, he's calling Mama. Hang on a second. Can you say hi? No? Are you mad at Mama? Are you mad because you want to go home? It's okay. I love you, okay? Well, we are going to see our family member because we haven't really gone anywhere in the last, really, since I gave birth to him a long time ago. So, wish me best of luck on this Wi-Fi. How do you guys look? I'm really digging the background here. The sky is so appropriate. So, let's jump right into Q&A. So if you have a question for me, please put the giant Q in front of your question. In this channel, I answer all of your questions regarding your Amazon interview tips, your Google interview tips, your FANG company of your choice, your startup of your choice. Give them all to me and I will answer them all. But if you are truly new to my channel, please say hello. Let me know where you are coming from. If you haven't already, smash that like and subscribe button because that's helping me drive a lot of traffic with like-minded job seeker who can benefit from my content, okay? If you're really loving this new set, please give me a thumbs up. The lighting in this airport is amazing. Denise, it's been a very long time. Nicole, yes, thank you. Every single time when I had to ask myself, should I cancel the stream? I'm like, nope, if you have to ask, just do it. Antoine, thanks for doing this email. Of course, I love streaming. You guys know that I love coaching every single opportunity I have. So before my child start asking to go home again, please do drop your question for me quickly. And if you are parents, if you have any tips for a toddler traveling in the airport, please do let me know in the comment below as well, okay? Avanish, how are you? Hello. Another Danielle Rodriguez. How are you, Danielle Rodriguez? Like your hair. Ashol, can't hear, I know, because I forgot to unmute myself. How is the audio, by the way, off of this amazing regular headphones? So when you guys, biggest tip for you all, when you are having virtual meeting or virtual interview, all you need is a headset. This is amazing. The Apple headset or whatever iPhone that you use, even using your camera as a webcam is amazing. Right now, I'm using the Logitech. If you're interested in the webcam, like getting this look, I didn't do anything. All I have is, you can see my gear right here, my headphone, and my Logitech webcam. All the link, it's in the description below. It says recommended gear, okay? It's like $75 or so. Diptendu, how are you? You are my third Diptendu, or I call them Dipto, with the same last name as well. I was able to help one who was a project manager, land a position as a project program manager, construction at Amazon in 2020, true story. Your guest is handsome. Well, that's because he's eating a margarita pizza right now, Tracy. Let's see. Denise says, is it okay to use notes during your Amazon phone interview to answer questions? Here's the thing. Just because you're on the phone interviewed, no one can see you. I just wouldn't make it obvious that you're using note. If you're referring to your note to find the answer, I would say no. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to feed my kid. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, you get your own food. Good boy. Such a good boy. Oh, keeping himself entertained. My child has been trained. When Mama is streaming, he knows how to keep himself occupied. So Denise, so sorry for an interruption. Back to you here very quickly. I'm sorry, guys. I'm bothered by this look. Let me try to change that. I don't want shadow. Sorry, guys. I know I don't have the time to fix this. I'm not in my office, but I will do the best that I can and see if this will look better. It still doesn't look better. I'll do it right here, okay? So that you guys can kind of, right here, kind of see this. Okay. Oh, there you go. The 29 people who's tuning in right now, if you are my YouTube member, thank you for supporting my work. If you're new, don't be shy. Drop your questions and I'll answer them all, okay? So Denise, the question is, can I use my note during phone interview? Even though in phone interview, no one can see that you're reading your notes, don't make it that obvious that you're reading your notes, okay? The tips that I can give you is, I like sticky notes, especially sticky notes with different colors. For example, if you're talking about the most innovative things that you've done, basically think of the questions that you're struggling with the most, and then list the questions and your answer, not word by word, but in bullet points to help you remember. The intent of taking interview with Amazon or any company at all, this is not just for Amazon people, this is for any employer, okay? You need to make sure that you show up prepared, okay? So the best thing to do is to not use any note, because if you have too much stuff right in front of you, you're gonna get scattered brain and it will confuse you, all right? Mara, how are you? High five, Mara. Sure. How is my audio, by the way? I feel like I'm screaming over an iPad to my left, just to make sure that you all can hear me. Asol says, oh my God, that is big, Asol. How do you do this? Help me oh, there you go. Finally, I got smart. Hang on a second, guys. So sorry, my apologies. That's what happened when you try to be a perfectionist. It doesn't always pan out the way you want it to be. Okay, sorry guys. Let me do this the way that I like. Bear with me, 18. Let's just do this. Yes. Oh, hallelujah. All right. A soul says, phone screening, behavioral interviewed for BIE. BIE is Business Intelligent Engineer for all of you who's curious. Last week, I have an on-site interview loop after 2 weeks. Can I repeat the same example in the bar racer round? No, 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 and hell no. There's this thing called debrief. If you guys haven't already, check out the video that I just literally released at 9 a.m. this morning, 3 hours ago, where I was interviewing a tech leader bar racer with both ex-Amazonian. You can recycle your story if you are focusing on the different portion of your story, okay? You do not want it to sound the exact same thing, because what's gonna happen, professional, during the debrief, everyone is going to say, wait a minute, that person gave me the same example at ABC company. Are these all ABC company? The time where they build, let's just say a program as a BIE to help, I don't know, I'm just totally making it, to help the recruiting team with the reporting tool and analytics. If that is the only example you have, they do talk about it, they do share notes, everyone do read feedback. And again, what again? Everything that I'm sharing with you is all the employer and it's not just for Amazon, okay? So the answer is no. Be cautious when you recycle, you just have to know what to do. Another thing is, I have the entire playlist, it's called Amazon Leadership Principle, questions and answer. A lot of you all love to message me on LinkedIn and ask me for the link here and the link there. The reason why I don't have the bandwidth and my team to do that, I literally put a video that is called Amazon Interview Guide, literally. Okay, and some of you complain, well, Holly, it's just telling me where to go. I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you exactly where to go so you can find an answer. So until you actually take the effort of doing everything that I'm guiding you, and then come back to me and tell me what doesn't make sense, or you need more answer or more guidance to the right thing. Like, what exactly do you need? Because a lot of the content, I'm telling you guys, even with the question you're asking right now, it's right in front of you. You get me as your virtual coach for free every single Tuesday, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard, because I'm based in Seattle, and Friday, 9:30 a.m. for our MIA folks, and that's for my pay YouTube member. If you don't know what that is, just hit the join button and you can join at any tier, okay? So let's go with Emmanuel. Emmanuel. Hello, Holly. I'm new here. Welcome. I don't have my my yay new button today. I'm new. I have an interview with Amazon as a senior HR assistant. Please, do you have any tips for me? The role is Ontario. When you guys say, please, do you have any tips for me? Guys, pay attention very closely. This may come in shocking for you guys. It really doesn't matter what position you're interviewing for. It doesn't matter what level you're interviewing for. I'm saying this because I've been in recruiting, working with executives, hiring people personally myself, thousands of them. And I have helped over 200 people land a job. This is personal coaching in my program, not YouTube. YouTube alone is 500, like this, free content. But me alone, hundreds of people. And this is why I'm giving you advices, because I'm literally helping those professionals in all walks of life, different position. But 90% of them, Emmanuel, they don't even have tech companies. They don't even have HR or HRA experience with other companies. It's all about in your way how you present yourself with aptitude. Your aptitude and your attitude in learning, in wanting to learn, you will land a job at Amazon. And if you missed my most recent videos, I talked so much about how I hired a pizza delivery person, true story, as my recruiting coordinator, and she's now a level 5. She's probably getting promoted for level 6 because she's been at Amazon for over 6 years now. You see where I'm going? So companies, you may think that they want the fancy name, fancy title. They don't. They just want to make sure you're smart. Do you have the initiative to learn, the appetite to learn, the bias for action, okay? So in answering your questions for all of you guys who's asking me for quick tip, and there's a lot of you messaging me, there is no quick tip. The quick tip is spend your time in creating your story. Don't argue with me. Don't argue, Holly, but where you have 130 video. If you watch my my description section, in any of my video, I'm making it so pretty for you guys. Step 1, go click on my playlist. Step 2, here are the recommended playlists. Step 3, follow them, right? As simple as that, okay? Good boy. Mama, help you, okay? Here's napkins for you. You're such a good boy. You want more? I give you more. Here you go. It's okay. There you go. This is what I'm doing. There you go. Good boy. Are you a good boy? I love you, okay? He's such a good boy right now. I was actually really worried that I won't be able to stream. If you enjoyed my special guest today, hit that smash like button and say Parker in the chat below. He's very famous on my channel. Let's see here. Celsius? Celsius. Hello, Celsius. Thank you so much for the thumbs up and the star. I love me some star, just like how I love me some coffee. Courtney. Hey, Holly. Star. Hey, Courtney. Is this the same Courtney who just landed a job? If you are, bravo to you, my friend. TK. TK says, let me make this pretty. So TK, so that I could actually see your notes. Preview mode. You know, this is, I don't know how people live stream on their laptop, to be honest, because for the life of me, you guys can tell, right? It's really hard to maneuver everything around. TK says, in order for preparation based on the recommendation, is it bad to push the phone interview out a little bit, or does that look bad? I'm so glad you mentioned, because every single day, there has not been a day gone by where someone don't ask me, Holly, I'm really nervous, I'm not ready, can I push my phone interview with the recruiter even? The hiring managers, you know, the full loop. It doesn't matter who you interview with, professional. From the moment someone reaches out to you, you gotta be ready. Your interview feedback counts from the moment the recruiter engaged with you, okay? Because the recruiter's job is to figure out if you have the fundamental for the job. Fundamental, because the recruiter, why, is your best friend, you see? The recruiter partner very, very closely with the hiring leaders. And again, for those who just joined, this is not just for Amazon, this is for any employer. Repeat after me, any employer, okay? It's kind of weird, I'm literally staring at someone right across from me right now, but the camera is right, it's right in front of me. Alrighty. TK, push that interview out if you're not ready. John, my interview went well with Prime Air. Thanks for all the help from Belltown. Oh my goodness, you live in Belltown? No way. Let me know how that goes, John. Did you receive an offer from Prime Air? Let me know. Reach out to me via LinkedIn. Let me know. I love hearing success stories. Love Fatih. Fatih. Hi, Holly. I have a phone interview for HR compliance. There's a lot of HR folks today. HR's in the house. Do you have any tips? Your tip is you need to be able to create stories. The reason why I don't make playlists, it's driving me nuts, because so many of you says, Holly, can you please Holly, as if I'm wasting their time, right? Just, just to let you all know, live streaming, by the way, generally about 2 hours. And then I go back and I put timestamp an additional 2 hours for you. But some of you actually tell me that I'm wasting your time to guide you to exact same thing for program management only, and you don't want to see anything else. And here's what I have to tell you. The creators that actually, and there's not a whole lot, maybe one person who make a video on every single position is very time consuming and no one's gonna watch. Creators don't get paid by YouTube. We're doing this because my passion is to teach and train, and I'm being very raw here, and we're relying on ads and sponsor. We don't really make anything just because we have a YouTube channel, okay? It's all about the quality that we're producing and who's watching. If I put a video out that says compliance audit, I guarantee you're the only person that's watching. That's why we don't do it. But the process of the whole interview in preparation is, if you take a look at the questions I have, okay, please don't ask me where to find the question. There's the whole interview guide. If you watch that video, it's only 8 minutes. It's interview guide. It actually walks you through every single thing. Until you guys do that, and then you ask me, give you a quick tip, then we can have a conversation, okay? Anna. For Google interview, how do I best prepare for hypothetical questions they tend to ask? You know what, you're on your own there. Because when it comes to hypothetical question, they're not looking for right or wrong answer. They're looking at your ability to think big. They're looking at, if you are in a meeting or in an event where you have to make a decision, but you have no clue what you're talking about, how are you able to ask probing questions or critical thinking to get there from A to B, okay? They don't really need to have the perfect answer, but they wanted to see how you do under pressure in those environments. I don't know why Google still asks those questions, Microsoft still asks those questions, but not Amazon does, okay? Future. Good to see you again, Future Amazonian. After watching your Amazon Top Behavioral Q&A playlist, I noticed at least 16 to 17 questions. Does this sound correct? Yes, thank you so much for paying attention. I'm gonna repeat myself one more time. If you watch my recommended playlist, there are about 16 to 17 questions. That is it. That's it. If you pay very close attention to those type of questions, you can pretty much figure out what those leadership principles are. And if you're able to answer those questions using not my STAR method, my style of the STAR Foundation in identifying what you're trying to solve, how did you solve? 100% of the people love to say, yeah, this is what I did. Oh yeah, this is the result, but how did you do it? Because Amazon is a company where they will call out your BS if you don't have the experience, so you can't sugarcoat, okay? Thank you so much for mentioning that. And please, everyone, listen to me very, very closely. Do not waste your time in answering 50 to 100 questions. Do not waste your time in Googling all of the Amazon interview questions. Do not waste your time. Literally, guys, every single thing you need is in my recommended playlist, in where? My description, okay? And by the way, the people around me, they are slowly leaving because I'm being too loud. Oops, sorry. Tracy, okay. Diptijo says, which behavioral questions are important for a fresher in Amazon? What do you mean fresher in Amazon? Can you please clarify what that means? All of the behavioral question is important because I would say the list that I chose, basically what I've done is I go to Amazon.com. Everything I'm talking about is literally all in the link in the description, okay? I look at Glassdoor, and this is someone who's helped hundreds of customers, just 2020 alone. And I noticed that a lot of the position ask the same type of question. Tell me about the time you failed. Tell me about your weaknesses. What is your superpower? Tell me how you're able to build a project from beginning to inception, all of that. So I took my best 15 to 17 and I turned them into video for you guys. In fact, I was so customer obsessed in delivering for you that I created my personal experience. There is no such thing as a dumb questions, but if you're gonna ask me questions like, Holly, I'm looking for real questions and real answer to STAR method, can you please tell me where to get the real one? And I'm like, are we kidding? Are you kidding me? Because I have 4 playlists about 8 to 10 videos, and that's what the entire playlist is about. So I'm like, this is what I mean, guys. You're not going to get a job at Amazon. You're not going to get a job at anywhere else. Let's just pause and talk some Jesus here. I feel like you guys really need this. If I am live streaming at the airport, you know I'm damn passionate in helping you get a job, okay? But you need to stop being lazy. I'm not the only creators out there either, and I do put other resources as I find on there to help you. Last week I interviewed an Amazon tech bar racer who was a director, and I'm putting articles and other things that can benefit you. It's not even about just focusing on my content, but I'm telling you where else to go, and you don't even do the work. I'm not saying you guys, but there's quite a few of you who doesn't do the work, who wants me to spoon feed you via LinkedIn, which no one is going to take the time to do that, okay? By now, I get it. I'm not a cup of tea for you. Someone's probably not gonna like how I am. I'm being too honest and transparent. But if you guys can't handle this, you're not gonna be able to handle the Amazon culture because it's very transparent. It is made for, they used to have this leadership principle, which is one of my favorite that they've removed. It's called vocally self-critical, which I love. Because at Amazon, it is the one company you can voice your opinion the way you want to. If someone disagrees with you, they just tell you. They don't agree with you, but they will tell you why, okay? So that's why it's not just working at Amazon for 6+7 years that I am the way that I am. This is just who I am. I happens to find a culture that molds around my personality, okay? I hope that all makes sense. Umeng, hey Umeng, how long should the star response be during the loop? Can someone please tell our friend Umeng on the bottom how long your story should be? Because I literally talk about this in every single video. So help a friend Umeng out. How long should your answer be? Louisa, hey Louisa, would you recommend to use an example mistake where I went out of my company's commercial strategies to beat on some products and cause a price war between retailers? It sounds like a pretty good example actually, but it depends on what your story is, right? You can turn anything into a great story depending on your content, what is in there. And in the end, even though it was a mistake, what was your learning? A mistake, keep in mind, your mistake is not a time where you really be hard on yourself. It is not what your mistake is about. It is a time where you made either a poor judgment or correction. You wish you had the opportunity to go back and do things differently. And what did you learn from it? Because especially at Amazon, you will be making a lot of mistakes because they're moving so fast. Oliver asked about the recycle. I'm going to put it on here. It's all over my content, but I'm going to put it on it for you guys. It's Amazon leadership principle, questions, and answers. That's the playlist, okay? You guys are killing me. That is the playlist. 30 to 45 second, perfect. Less than 1 minute, 30 seconds. What is it, Parker? Check this out. What is it? Can you sing? Can you sing for Ma? No? Okay. I'm going to edit this out whenever I have time. What is it? What do you want? Are you all done? Here, can you wipe? Can you wipe your mouth? Oh, you have chocolate everywhere. Can you please wipe it? Okay, what do you want? Tell Mama, what do you want? Okay. And when you are reaching out to me on LinkedIn, just know that I am also a single mom. I have a kid. I run my own coaching business. And at the moment, I have to talk to my son at the moment. Yes. Yes, Parker. Let's do it together, okay? Would you like to live stream together? Okay. Actually, come over here. Let's do this together. Let's do it together. Come here. I want you to come sit next to Mama. Come here. Come here. There you go. He's a little bit out of it. I'm sorry about the noise. I know. Look at this. Look at this, guys. My little prince, my little monster. The pain on my butt. Okay. Yes, you want to keep your story under 1 minute, preferably 30 to 45 seconds. Okay? Skiller, is it less likely to get behavioral questions from the same leadership principle? What do you mean, is it less likely to get behavioral questions? They're all behavioral questions, by the way. I fully charged my laptop and it is now at 34%, so I will stream until the stream is done, and that's how you know my battery is done. There's no plug around here. I was kind of hoping that the airport has less people, but it looks like everyone is, it's back. Alrighty. Amazon, okay, okay. Jay says, I understand that STAR method is used to build story. Do you have any strategies for finding and picking stories in my career? I have a total of 6 years full-time, work at 2 companies. Jade, do I have any recommendation on picking story? You just have to listen to the one that I already pre-made for you, because that's allowing the interviewer to know what you have done. Even if you have 2 years experience, even if you're in college, what did you learn in college? What did you build in college? You see where I'm going? So, and remember what I said earlier, scroll up for the first half an hour if you missed it. It's not about your experiences, how you end up at Amazon. It's about your aptitude and your hunger to learn, okay? And a lot of those questions, for example, walk me through an example of how you earn trust. It doesn't matter what position you are, even if you're a mom, you can give the same thing. There's a lot of people watching. Hey, everyone. If you're new, make sure you say new in the chat, okay? Min. I explore the systems breaking down steps to execute the project right away, and I was able to develop and deliver training within 2 months. Ming, I don't really understand this. Am I reviewing your story at the moment? Because it doesn't really make sense to me at the moment. Louisa says, oh my God, your baby is super cute. Well, depends on the day. At the moment, he's crying to go home. Anna says, so much respect, Holly. I have, oh my God, you have a 2-year-old. Wait till they get to 3-year-old and then 3.5-year-old. I can't imagine working with her next to me. Yeah. Future Amazonian, do career failure and made a mistake example belong to the same LP, such as I'll write a lot? Yes. A lot of the behavioral questions, if your answer, listen very closely, I'm coming up front, up close and personal with you guys. If your answer is good, okay? If your answer is good, it should be able to hit majority, about 70 to 100% of the leadership principle. If you watch the playlist that I've just mentioned, go up for 5 minutes. If you look at the playlist, I actually walk you through what those LPs are for in my answer, okay? And it's so, you can kind of hear it. If you hear the result, obviously I've delivered results, right? How did I deliver result? There's a bias for action. You can feel that I was really diving deep into the data to figure out the root cause before thinking big and figure out a way to solve the problem in my ability to earn trust with the leadership team at Amazon, right? I can go on and on and on. And even when I asked for budget approval, I was being very frugal. That's frugality. You see where I'm going? I can hit 100% of the leadership principle based on my answer. By the way, for this Friday stream at 9:30 a.m., I am going to stream like this in the hotel room. Wish me best of luck. You know it takes a lot for me to cancel my stream, but on Friday, that is where I will review your story if you're into that, okay? George, I came to you on LinkedIn and you were very nice. Although you had no time to review my answer, you were really polite. Yes, George, this is why, because it's not that I'm being rude. I will answer all of you guys, either myself or my team. But you guys have to understand, I get hundreds of messages between, even right now as I'm streaming, there's messages coming in, so I can't take my time to answer all of them. And when I send you guys a link to asking you to come here, and this is free, this is where I have the most fun, and you guys can hear it, right? Everyone cares about Amazon Interviewed, everyone cares about interview prep, so you guys are all literally asking the same question. So rather than me spending 10 hours a day, by the way, I also have to pay the bills, right? I'm a single mom, daycare and a mortgage. So rather than me just sitting there answering your questions, this is what led me to create live streaming twice a week for you, okay? Mara said, I shortened my star story down a bit. It's so easy to get lost in some detail. It is. That's why the star helps you keep track of things, especially if you're going above and beyond. Mara, if you haven't already, make sure that you join as part of my paid YouTube community member. It's $3.99 a month. That's where I reviewed and we talk about your stories on Friday. Okay? And Ming, if you want me to review your story, this is not the Tuesday session. As you can see, it's going really quickly. If not, I will be taking up a lot of the community's time. Make sure you come back on Friday, okay, Ming? If you have stories for review. Assure, where are you heading to and from airport? That's a secret. Any tips for Facebook on-site behavioral question? Facebook likes to have conversational interview types. They don't dive as deep as Amazon. In fact, there's no company in the world that dive as deep as Amazon, okay? So you still have to answer my behavioral question. Some of my coaching members are really pissed off at me because they joined my cohort for Amazon and they didn't listen to me in pushing out the interview. And they kind of lie about it when they, first of all, I won't take you as a client. In my VIP, it's for those who have an interview at least a month out. So they weren't honest about that. They're upset because they fail. I haven't even worked with them yet. They fail. And then they were upset at me because, I don't know, I guess they think I have a magic wand or something like that, okay? So guys, seriously, use your best business judgment. No coach is gonna guarantee you a job, but this coach is as detailed as possible to get you there. And my style is very, very structured. And if I'm not your cup of tea, listen, I'm giving you a preview of exactly what my coaching style is, but you need to be kind, you need to be gentle to yourself, and you need to understand that it takes time, okay? I know a lot of you guys are really frantic right now and you're scared for your interview, and you can hear it on your tone. I don't convince people to work for me. In fact, I'm choosing who I want to work with. And those are the ones that I am convinced that they really needed my help in mock interview and getting their stories and branding reviewed. Because guys, if you don't have the correct branding and diving very deep in your own resume, how the hell are you supposed to create your story? I'll leave you at that. Hey Anna. Anna says, my technical recruiter went ghost on my interview and did say the hiring manager agreed to see me. When is a good time to follow up on the second time? You should be following with your recruiter every single week, especially when you're in the interview process. I will follow up with your recruiter every 2 to 3 business days, okay? Future said, is it okay to start all your story with the same phrase such as, I like to walk you through? You can if you want to. It's not my style. I like to have conversation. You know, when people said, tell me about the time, or the action I took, I'm like, it's just me. I like to be original and I like to change things a lot. You do whatever that makes you comfortable and don't change it. But as interviewer, they don't want to get bored. So sometimes when you use the same phrase, it's almost sounding like you're giving the same answer, okay? George, you managed to land an L4 position, even though I have ignored your question on LinkedIn. Good for you, George. Good for you. Congratulations. Hey, Anlu, how are you? Everybody, say Anlu to our community manager. Anlu, not my Wi-Fi, but my battery is now 20%. I will stay here until I'm being kicked off completely. I know, Louisia says, I remember the LP remove vocally self-critical. I don't know why they do that. That is the main reason why I loved my time at Amazon, was because, yes, I'm working, thank you. Anyhow, vocally self-critical is one of my favorite because I felt like as a woman, as a diversity woman, as an LGBT, as, everything you can think of, even when you're over a certain age group, you're also protected as well in the workplace. I also meet that age group. I feel like it was an opportunity to differentiate Amazon from all the FANG company, because no one has that. Everyone talk about being yourself or your authentic self. They don't really mean that, right? That's why companies all have training courses like managing biases and all of that stuff. So I was really bummed when I found out that it has been removed. Skiller, what to discuss with the recruiter when they call you for the interview prepped? You need to watch my interview prep video. I talk so much about this stuff. You need to go look at my template. Questions to ask the interviewer. It's in the community tab for paid YouTube members. Skeller, I believe you're one of the paid member. I'm not. I don't have my 3 monitor right now, so I can't tell who's a paid member, who isn't, from my streaming software. Sorry, guys. And I'm afraid to use my phone because it's sucking up a lot of Wi-Fi bandwidth. Excellent, Mara. Congratulations for your construction architectural manager interview. Good luck to you. Neha says, new stuff from London. London, I'm getting a lot of London. Min says, I'm already in the process of interview at Amazon. Is that a good idea to get referral for another team? How does it work if they want to interview me as well? Then Min, you would have to let the recruiter know at the very beginning. What you shouldn't be doing is in the middle of the interview process, let's just say that you are in the final loop and it's the same position, different team. You just have to be cautious because it could turn the recruiter off and the hiring manager, okay? Let me tell you why, because I've been in a recruiter and I've get both. That's why I'm sharing with you the data that I do. If I get a candidate who interviews for my team and I'm ready to make a hire, I'm very excited, and then later on find out they're interviewing with multiple teams, now, you know, rather than spending my energy in evaluating you, I'm like, well, what if I really like this candidate and we spend 6 months and we're not able to find the right person, and then we have to start from square one again. So make sure you're being very honest and upfront with your recruiter right away. There's no surprises. Parker, you okay? Are you okay? You falling asleep? It's okay. It's okay. Mama will give you attention soon, okay? Okay? Oh, poor baby. I love you, okay? Oh yeah, I have to wrap this up very soon. My apologies, guys, at 15%. So I have 2 more questions. Neha says, I'm interviewing for round 2 senior manager position. What questions should I expect this time? They're all behavioral questions. They're all. If you look at the type of behavioral questions at Amazon, just look at my playlist because they're all there. It's about 17 to 20 of them. If you look at the playlist, right, it's all about, and if you look at the amount of interviewer, the interviewer is not going to ask you 20 questions. They're going to ask you 2 or 3, and they will come up with probing questions depending on your answer, okay? That's how it's going to work. Anna says, does it look weird if I reach out to the hiring manager directly? It's not weird after your interview to thank them, and you should reach out to the hiring team to thank them after your final loop to keep in touch, right? Even if it doesn't work out, I have a lot of members in my VIP cohort where they failed the Amazon interview and they reach out to the hiring managers, and the hiring manager was very impressed with the message and encouraged that person to reapply, okay? So your messaging is very, very important. I'm going to go ahead and close the chat and close up today. This is the shortest stream I have ever done for 40 minutes. So in closing, I know that many of you guys are interested at Amazon. I know that many of you guys have upcoming job interviewed. I know a lot of you guys are overwhelmed. You don't know where to start in prepping for your interview. Start by clicking in any section of the description on my video because there's step 1, 2, 3 that can guide you to my playlist, okay? I spent and invested a year and a half in creating those playlists for you, okay? In fact, guys, I quit my job to do that, all right? Until this Friday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, thank you so much for all of you guys for just being with me and supporting my work. Parker, say goodbye. Oh, okay. I have to go and be a mom now to clean up my kid and find our gate and maybe grab a drink along the way there. When I say drink, I meant coffee. Take care of yourself and be well.